it's Mark. Welcome back. Well, I'll tell you what, how about we do a little modification and have a beer? Why not? It's Thursday. Tonight I unfortunately had to settle for a shock top. My convenience store was out of the blue moon. Now, if one of you that lives east of the Mississippi found it like so gracious in your heart to send me some Yuengling lager, that would be aces. I understand that it's probably impossible because according to Yuengling, it doesn't travel well. I don't know about all that crap. The modification for the Heritage, subtle. A lot of people have done it. It's not a big deal. It is leading to something else that we'll get to later. So, let's get to that mod, and we'll have a beer. What we've done is gone and bought a butt seat, as well as the pole. It's the less expensive pole. I just wanted to see if I liked the butt seat before I went ahead and went wild. If I do like what's going on with that, I can buy the better post up front and throw this in back. So, at any rate, let's put it together. What you need three things for this to work, okay? One of them being the seat mount, the base. It's the exact same thing that's on the bottom of your tracker pedestal seats. It doesn't really matter which model. These are on a lot of models. The hardware that we need is actually in the seat, so let's take that off. Thank you, PT. Now, if you need directions for this, boat ownership is probably not for you. Just saying. Now, these plastic packages, though, these will kick your ass. Okay, we're gonna cut that out. I've only actually had 2 beers, so I'm not that out of control. That was a little aggressive. I didn't really know that thing was gonna fly that fast. But cheers. For those of you that are watching, if you are having a cocktail or a beer, cheers. I wasn't kidding about that Yuengling either. Alright, it's very simple. You slap that on there. You start your screws. It's trying to monsoon here, and it is hotter than a well digger's ass in here. I'll tell you what. It's trying to monsoon, but it's not happening yet. And Jesus Christ, it's hot. It's about 102 right now in the garage with humidity. My friends down in the south, don't laugh at me. I know this is just child's play for you guys, but it's getting old, man. I really thought I'd be somewhere in the Midwest by now this summer, but some things changed, and who knows what next year brings, though. These seats aren't, it's not that difficult. I'm just screwing them down by hand. And the only reason I'm doing this by hand, I don't know what kind of nut plate type situation is actually built into the seat, and the last thing I want to do is blow it up, and then it's useless. You do it by hand, you have a lot less chance of hogging that damn thing out. Another one of those black bugs. He's dead too. Alright, I'm sorry there were some bugs hurt in the making of this video, so to save any disclaimer stuff. There we go. We have a boat seat. Now we need to open up this post. This too has packaging. Does it actually tell you what to do? No. Thank God this doesn't say like what to do, or you'd really be hosed. Tools and beer. It's not for everybody. So Don't try it at home. In case anyone was wondering, it's a 22-inch to 31-inch pedestal. Alright guys, I mean, all we got left to do really to make this happen, multi-use? I don't know. This is the part where if you didn't have the directions you might get lost, but there she is. The pedestal seat. Now, you heritage aficionados are gonna probably give me some shit about the color discrepancy. Yeah, I know. Well, they don't make one. If they were smart, they would have made one of these and put 20 in each store, and they probably would have sold them all. But what do I know? I do know a guy, though. I know a guy that has an upholstery shop up in Everett, Washington. I don't know if he's interested, but let's go see how this thing fits up on the front. All right, before I attempt to even put that seat on there in this weather, I'm gonna have a sip. Coming up in the future is the casting deck. I've been hemming and hawing about it for a long time. People have built them. A lot of people have built them, and they've done cool things, and everybody's looks great. My biggest thing is did I want to build one that I could take out, or did I want to make one that's not going anywhere? I have decided I'm gonna do a permanent structure and do my damnedest to make it look like it was always supposed to be there. I will be using the same decking material that's on the boat, but all of the bracing will be 1 inch and 3/4 inch aluminum. It's going to look like an erector set when I'm done, but there's going to be a couple of features that I think people are going to be excited about. And maybe, people that haven't done it yet it might give them something to look at. I don't even know if I have any beers left. You guys are attached to the fridge, by the way. Ooh, child. We're just going to top this guy off. I'm officially out of beer. I have a tiny bit of Fireball left, but this video is almost over. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put this seat on. I'm going to close the garage, actually. It's going to get real hot. I'm probably going to pass out, but for those of you that know me, call Baby T. She'll handle it. She's just down the hall about 60 feet. Let's do this. Okay, just like the Heritage seats, it screws in. I've heard a couple people back in the past that told me they just slide their posts in and they don't screw in. It's fascinating to me because I thought all of them screwed in. So my feeling is if you just dropped in this threaded rod and let those threads just bash around down there and never screw them in, eventually you're going to have a problem if you do figure out that they do screw in. And, if Tracker built some that just had the straight shank, interesting. We're going to climb up in there and take a look at this thingy. Alright, we're going to make this snappy. It is hot in here with the garage door closed. Alright, so the butt seat is here, and the way that the butt seat is sitting right now is its lowest setting. Just to give you an example, from the bottom of the casting deck to the bottom of the seat is 24 3/4 inches, okay? That's a grand total of nearly just over 39 inches from the bottom of that seat to the bottom of your boat, basically where you can walk around. Casting deck is required. So we're gonna climb up in here now, and I'm gonna show you. Everybody that has one of these knows about the step, down. And those that have created their casting decks, they still have the step down. It's just further back. Okay, that butt seat's gonna have to come up. So on this guy, you open up this handle You slide it up, and then it engages on the way back down. So we're up, let's see, where are we right here? I don't know how much abuse these things can take. I don't know if my camera's filming that, but we should probably do that. From casting deck to bottom of seat, we got 30 inches. I am going to go up one more notch just to see how that feels. Okay, that's 32 inches. It was at 30. The other camera is catching this, so I'm just curious as to how far this pole is. Like, what kind of abuse can this thing really take? I'm 250 pounds ish, a little less actually. I think this will work, but that's the leaning portion of this. So I'm gonna take it down now and sit on it. I mean, I guess that's okay to like get out of the harbor, but I feel like I'm sliding out of it. So as far as something to sit on, that ain't happening. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope if you're thinking about a butt seat, that's what they are. Anyway, where's my beverage? Like I said, casting deck is imminent. I think if I'm gonna feel comfortable leaning on that thing, I'm gonna want somewhere to go if I spin around heading backwards. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you in the future. Good night.